Driver, Parallel Lines for the Wii. This is a budget title for the Wii, only $30. This is another Grand Theft Auto clone. However, does that make it a bad game just because it's a copy of another good game? And the answer when it comes to Driver is no, it's not that bad of a game. Let's start with the controls. The controls are both good and bad. Most Wii games where there's driving, they use the Wiimote to drive. Thankfully, the programmers avoided that. Instead, all the driving controls are put on the nunchuck. Z to accelerate, C to back up. However, the programmers still felt they needed motion control in the game, which is the most frustrating part of the game. When you tilt the nunchuck up, it simulates pulling up on the emergency brake. It's meant so you can do spin turns at a fast rate. However, you could accidentally do it without even meaning to do it. The AI is just terrible. They have no survival instincts whatsoever. They'll just smile as they bounce off your windshield. The only other problem with the game was the camera. It had a tendency to spin when you're on foot. There is one thing that this game does better than Grand Theft Auto, and that's when it comes to the police. The one thing I didn't like about Grand Theft Auto was the fact that if you had more than 2 stars, you could never outrun the police. Well, in this game, you can. In fact, this game does one better. You can actually switch cars, and they won't be able to find you. But the AI on the police is too easy. They won't follow you through parks or schools. They'll only follow you on surface roads. Plus, you can see where all the police cars are because they show up on your map, so it's easy to avoid them. Another problem with the game is the fact that most of the cars look the same, very boxy. Plus, the cars could take quite a beating. I crashed one car head-on at least 10 times, and the worst that happened was I blew the engine, and it couldn't go past 30 miles an hour. Well, that was the worst thing that happened to the car. Me, my life drained a little bit every time I did a head-on. Enough about the negatives. Here's the positives of this game. The motorcycles were by far the best vehicle to be in. They handled great and the sense of speed was fantastic. The cutscenes also added to the fun. They made the story more fluid and more fun. I also like the fact they have the mission objectives listed out one by one. Plus, I kind of like the story, which had a nice twist to it, but I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to spoil anything. Even given all the negatives, it's still worth a buy because it's only $30. In fact, I bought it for $15. Thanks, Amazon!